How you doing, team? Welcome. Looking forward to covering a couple things with you today. A little off screen. Let me move this so it's centered. Hopefully you can see me okay. Hopefully you can hear me okay. This isn't professionally lit up by any stretch of the imagination, but I didn't want to get too much light on the board because then if I do have to write, you wouldn't be able to see it. It would just be nothing but reflection. So I'm a little dark, I apologize. But we'll get you covered. I want to make sure we're live before we go live. Make sure we have people before we start. But hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. If you're live, give me a thumbs up so I know you're in. All right, we got a couple viewers just popped up on my screen, so I know we're live. All right, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about prospecting for new clients, okay? And then we're going to take any questions that you may have on the new compensation. But I'm going to talk to you about how to use it for building your team too. Strategies for using the pay plan to build your team and drive your income. But the first thing we're going to talk about is prospecting. We talk about it in every presentation. We talk about it a lot on the trainings. We talk about these drop cards. This is my original drop card, okay? It says loans on it still. This was the original one I made, so I've kept a copy of it, all right? And it doesn't even have my website on the back because at the time I was the only person with a website, right? So I just had it over here on the bottom with my agent ID, right? Now, you know, we put your entire website with your rep ID in it there. But this was my original. It said True Business Loans, and we didn't do advances then. So things have changed, but the tool remains the same. This is still the best way. These cards are the best way still to get clients. So I'm going to encourage all of you, if you don't already have these, go get them. mydactools.com, mydactools.com. There's 4 or 5 different versions for you to choose from, mydactools.com. And we've already approved all those designs, so you can pick them. You can get business cards there, postcards. Go get them. It's not us. It's a third party. We just approve the design, and anytime there's a change, they come to us, and we look at the change and approve it. And that's where most people get their cards from because they don't have to get approval from us. And there's other things. There's banners and other things as well. So I encourage you, go get your cards because these are important for prospecting. Not everybody you approach is going to be ready to say yes today to Business Capital. Some are going to do it later, and this card helps them. You know, when I was in South Carolina last week, I got a call from one of my wife's friends. Not friends, but someone she got her nails done at recently. And they called and said, we're looking for a loan, and your wife gave us your card. This is just 2 weeks ago. And I got a call, and I took the call. My wife gives my cards, right? So, and she always says, make sure you tell them I told you. She's got her own cards too, but she gives my cards, so they call me instead of calling her right now. So, and sometimes she gives my card, sometimes she gives her card, depending on whether she wants to keep engaging with them or whether she will or not. And we've made that agreement between us. I'll take care of any clients she sends me, of course. So give your husband or wife these cards to hand out as well. It could be your card on it. Just say, hey, my husband is, what she says is, my husband does this, and here's his card. If you need capital, give him a call. He'll take care of you. It's real simple, right? She doesn't have to answer any questions, and she's gotten quite a few loans this way, clients this way. Okay, so get your cards. Prospecting, as we say in the training, I'm going to take questions on this, but your job is not to sell them on why they need capital. They know if they need capital. Your job is just to meet them, greet them, and inform that we exist. And the bigger expansion you can do that, the more the odds are people are going to want capital this month. They say about 3 out of 10 business owners need capital today, but they don't know you exist. Just know, I can't stop thinking that thought. How about you? I don't like walking into a place and someone says, yeah, I actually just got a loan a month ago from a company that you guys represent. Darn it, I missed it. I could have taken care of them, and maybe it wasn't the best deal that they got. I maybe would have got them a better deal. Now I'll still try to take care of them, but I don't like missing. So your job is to meet them and greet them and inform them. We said build your network of business owners you know. Just by doing that, you're going to come across some who want money now. But for the most part, most don't say, yeah, let's do it right now. Most are going to become part of your business network, so you're going to want to follow up with them. Be a professional. Maybe you've never done this before. This is what you want to do. Meet, greet, and inform, and then follow up repeatedly to build a relationship. Build a relationship with these business owners. You don't have to become their buddy, but stop in their store once in a while and say, hey, is Bill the owner? And I just want to say hi. Oh, he's not? Okay, just tell him Lisa with David Allen Capital stopped by. I was just having some soup and I just wanted to say hi. It's common sense. Refer them a person now and then. You know, when I put a referral out, hey, I'm looking for a cement contractor, and a friend of mine tells me about someone who owns a business, I say, by the way, Bill, who owns such and such pizzeria, told me about you. It's just networking. So meet, greet, inform, and network, because what's going to happen is a lot of your clients are going to come to you. They're not people who said yes immediately, and they're going to be referrals, provided you are being a professional networker. And I don't mean a team builder networker. That's a separate subject. I'm talking about networking in the business community. You know, you want to network in the business community and get to know business owners. You go, well, Dave, that takes time. Yeah, but once it's done, revenue keeps coming in from it. Going to college takes time. It's 4 years. Would you tell an attorney they shouldn't go because it takes time? Or a doctor they shouldn't go because it takes time? Well, I need to make money this week. You can make money this week. You're just going to have to talk to a lot more people than you are. Because as a numbers game, you will get some who say yes. But don't just rifle through people. No one will feel trustworthy toward you. No one will want to do business with you. So prospecting is all about meeting people, business owners, greeting them, informing them what you do, and then the magic starts in following up and keeping that relationship going. I've told some people, start small. If you're in a small community with 30 businesses, make sure every business owner knows who you are and what you do. And if they don't, you've not done your job. It's really simple. If you have a quarter mile from your house business owners who don't know what you do, you haven't done your job. You haven't got out, meet, greet, and inform all the business owners in your community of what you do. You're their source of capital. You are their source. The bank is not. The bank will say no. They don't have a source unless you've become the source. Do you get that? They don't have a source. People go, I've had someone post the other day, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. The bottom line, they don't work. This doesn't work. I talked to 10 businesses. Give me a break. Grow up. 10 businesses and you think you're going to have a client already? If you got one in your first 10, you're lucky. We're not marketing long distance phone service that everyone's got a phone bill. We're not marketing salt for water softeners and you own a water softener. We're marketing business capital for a business owner that you make thousands of dollars when you get a yes. Grow up and talk to more business owners. That's what I wanted to say to the person. Instead, I deleted their post because I didn't want to call them out and embarrass them. The bottom line is, I'm talking to business owners, so I know this works. They're not, so I know they're not, because it'd be working for them. Anyone talking to business owners in high volumes gets deals. I'm not talking about 7 a week. That's not a high volume. 7 a week is going to take you a few months before you get a yes. Now, if you build a relationship with 7 a week, one a day, you're only talking to 30 a month. We say it's going to have 30 conversations to get one person to fill out the pre-qualification form. But you're not working but 10 minutes a day. So let's not say, oh, I prospected a lot. You talk to 30 business owners, one a day. Good for you. You've been consistently active. You should get one pre-qual a month, one package every 2 months, one funding every 4 months. That's what's going to happen if you only talk to one business owner a day. Well, Dave, yeah, but guess what? On average, $50,000 funding at 4% minimum, you made $2,000 in that 4 months. Well, Dave, that's only $500 a month. Yeah, and you only had 30 10-minute conversations. Do you know what you made? You talked 300 minutes and made $500. You worked 5 hours, made $500. You made $100 an hour. Don't say this doesn't work. Say you don't work. You want to make more money, talk to more business owners. Build more business owner relationships. Well, I don't want to do that, David. That's why you won't make $250,000 in funding. It's okay, but don't call the program out and say the program doesn't work because you're not working. So I deleted their posts instead of embarrassing them, but I'm speaking to, and I don't remember the person's name. I didn't know them. I don't know of any deals they've ever submitted, so I don't know who they are. But I do know that I protect the quality of this because I know the ones who are working it are doing well. And I know people make $20,000 last year and only talk to a few people. Are you kidding me? Now they talk to the right people. So I also know people who are talking to 30 a week and they're doing a deal every 2 weeks. You say, well, I want to meet them. Okay, well, guess what? They don't want to be everyone's upline because they're doing this. And they're just saying, if they just do what you say, Dave, they'll make the money. They're not doing what you say. Exactly, I know. So this is good old fashioned. If you sell Xerox machines, if you sell Pure water or bottled water, if you sell snacks, Frito-Lay at party stores, if you market booze to party stores, if you market homes, if you market mortgages, it's a small percentage who succeed because only a small percentage are willing to do. So we're only trying to attract the doers here. There's no salary, there's no advances, we pay the Friday after producing result. In the sales where they call it, you eat what you kill. You know, it's you hunt and you get to eat what you kill. I don't look at myself as a salesperson because I'm not trying to get you to buy something. I'm trying to offer you a service so you can go fuel your business. I love business owners. I love the risk they took. I love their courage. I love their passion. I love what they're getting after. I love what they're trying to do. So I want to help them do it. And they need capital to do it. And anyone says, Dave, they've never been a business owner. Dave, those are expensive. You've never been a business owner. If you're a business owner, you know this capital is not expensive. You know what's expensive? Having a great opportunity that you can pursue and not having the money to pursue it. Not having it available. Oxygen isn't expensive unless you're underwater. Drowning. Then it's expensive. You need it more than anything. You'd pay anything for it. But when you're just out here, see, when you're not a business owner, you go, why would I borrow $100,000 and pay 1.2 times, pay $20,000 in interest on $100,000? That's crazy. You've never been a business owner. It's really simple. So don't judge what a business owner is willing to do. I love offering $100,000 to a business owner, even if they got to pay $50,000 in interest, because they get to say no. And as a business owner, I know I can turn that $100,000 into $400,000. You, if you work at a hospital and you're a registered nurse and you're saving lives, you may not understand the value of that $100,000 the same way because you have all the equipment you need. The hospital has everything you need. And you wish you had the new X-ray machine, and you wish you had the this and that, but you can still treat people. But when you're that business owner and you've got an opportunity that opens up next door to you, or you got a new web campaign you want to do, or you got new products you want to launch, you're a wellness company, you want to add CBD to your offering, and it's going to cost you $170,000 to be in that marketplace, you need the $170,000. So don't lose sight of the fact that we're providing the oxygen to people who need it. And when you spread the net wide enough, and you spread the net wide enough and you become a networker of business owners and you get comfortable with that, you'll make significant money. So that's prospecting, meeting, greeting, and informing and building a relationship with business. It's big boy, big girl stuff. It's big boy, big girl stuff. And you lead with your heart. You don't lead with your pocketbook. Lead with your heart. People who lead with their pocketbook do not get anyone moving. When a business owner meets me, they know I care about their business. Why? Because I speak with just as much passion about this as I do. I love what business owners do. I know that every big corporation started as an individual starting a company. I know that GE started as a man. I know Microsoft started as a man or two man. I know Apple started as a person or two people. I know Domino's Pizza started with one man right here in Detroit. I know Hungry Howie started with one man right here in Detroit. I know Little Caesars started with one man right here in Detroit. And they had one location, and then they had two, and then four. Every giant business, Ford, started as a man, a woman, different things females start businesses and become giant conglomerates. They start as sole proprietors, one person. I love the heart of a business owner. And I want to give them every chance to succeed. And I want to give them capital. And unless you've been that, I can't understand what a doctor needs or a nurse needs because I've never been one. I can understand what a business owner needs. And that's why when I talk to a business owner about capital, I don't hide what I do. I'm not afraid to talk about what I do. I'm giving them a source of success. I'm giving them a solution in the future. I used to go home, my dad was my partner. I remember having to have conversations with my dad saying, Dad, my mom and dad were partners. We got to find a way to get more money. We need to expand. We need to do more bottles. We got to buy more product because we're growing. We need money to buy that product. Where are we going to get it from? And we spent half our days calling people after they put in a bunch of their retirement. I put all my money. We refinanced our homes and we're doing everything we can to get money and borrowing and giving deals to this person and selling stock to this person. And we're constantly looking for ways to get capital because we're growing. So believe me, I know what every business owner is going through who's going through growth. They're trying to find a way to fund that growth. Well, you're selling stuff. That should fund it. No, it doesn't work that way. You sold the stuff, but you're growing faster than what that stuff can buy. You sell something for $10, but you need to buy $10 worth of product. You got to take all 10 and put it in. Well, how do you pay your payroll? How do you pay your electricity and gas? How do you pay your rent when you got to buy a new product? So you don't understand if you've never owned a business, business capital is the most scarce thing that exists. It's more scarce than customers. Customers are everywhere. Growing sales is simple. What's not simple is getting capital. So part of prospecting is believing what I'm saying, feeling what I'm saying. Viscerally, I feel this. Can you tell I feel it? Can you tell I can think back to those days of not sleeping at night because I didn't have the money to handle my growth? The only reason I partnered with Longevity Escape is we didn't have the money to fund our growth. Now, I loved Longevity. I chose them over other opportunities. But I'm talking about Escape. Back in 2010, we were growing. We needed to fund it. Otherwise, the rep opportunity was at risk. We didn't have to tell people we're out of product, couldn't buy it. Sorry, out of product, couldn't buy it. We either had to buy more product or pay you your rep check. So we chose to, pay you and not buy no product. So now we're out. That's what we would have had to say. So I remember sitting down with people trying to find different ways to finance. I said, to provide a safe harbor for our reps, we got to partner with a bigger company. We have no choice. We have no choice because the money doesn't exist. Man, if David Allen Capital existed then, now I'm glad it didn't because I would have never partnered with Longevity and we would have never had that great relationship. But there would have been other sources. So in my innards, you can't tell me our capital is not good. People go, well, that's expensive. Yeah, you've never been a business owner. That's all right. I understand why you feel that way because you think, GMAC or Ally Financial, whoever the financial car payment, they're charging you 0% interest. Yeah, they made 12 grand on the car. Okay, 6% interest. Yeah, but you have to hold it for 5 years. You ended up paying 40% interest. Okay, you're paying more than we are. You just get to pay it longer. And by the way, if they got your car, if you don't pay it, they can take it back. They have collateral. These aren't more expensive. They just have to look at it differently. And people need to unspin their mentality because their head is spun so much it's cutting off circulation to their brain and they don't think well. Either that or they've taken their head and they've put it so far up, cranial anial inversion, they can't think straight either. So unplug, untwist, and you'll get a bunch of customers. Okay, comp plan questions. I'm sorry, I went on a rant. That was not on my agenda. But that's what I think. It's what I think. I love everybody. I want everyone to succeed. And I finally said what I think a lot. So many people say, shouldn't say finally, I always say what I think. But I'm being more transparent because I want you to win. We're focused on DAC. We're focused on growing the heck out of DAC. And we're focused on being honest and authentic with people who aren't getting it done. It's not the program. It's not. It's what's between your ears and what's in your head and your activity level. That's the difference maker. Someone says, I want to make a bunch of money with DAC, and you're not, then you're not doing what it takes. And it doesn't take a lot. It takes a different way of thinking, and it just takes doing. Now, some of you, I understand, maybe there's blind people in our company, and they can't get out and be business owners much, and they're going to have to use the phone. I get it. Don't robo-dial. You're at a little disadvantage, of course, but tell me another place where you can make this kind of money being blind. Tell me another kind of place where you can make this kind of money without ears, being deaf. Tell me another place where you can make this kind of money being crippled and you can't work certain jobs. I mean, this is helping business owners. Business owner, capital. Connect those two. You are a connector. But that connection doesn't work when your mind is messed up. When you think negative things about this, it's broken. It's like a broken fuse. My last Facebook Live, I was talking, there's a light bulb right there that would bring more light. It burned out while we were talking. Just a little crack in the little wire, the filament. It's all it takes, and it's no longer functional. It's a bunch of white glass now that serves no purpose with a bunch of curly cues on it. No purpose anymore. It's time to go bye-bye. Don't work anymore. Guess what? When we want to succeed, but our circuit connecting that business owner to that cash is cracked, and we think this is expensive, we think they're going to ask questions we can't answer, we think that most people don't get approved, we think that, it's, the customer is going to think I'm bothering them, I don't know how to handle the questions, I don't know what to say, I don't have my cards yet, all these things, those are just broken connections. All I say is resolder them, untwist your thinking, and start looking at it this way. This is I think about this all the time, so I'm going to ask you to think this way. You have a business owner in your community that's hurting and on the brink of going out of business because you haven't talked to them. They have employees who are going to lose their job. They have customers who are going to stop having that great convenient service near them. They're going out of business. That's number one. Number two, you have the next Ford Motor Company in your community, but they can't get there without capital, and there's no capital available because you haven't told them about us. They don't know who you are. You're sitting on your thoughts, your filament is broken, and you're not doing what it takes. So, unfortunately, you're not moving them. and they're never going to become Ford Motor Company. So some are going out of business, some aren't growing because they're here and they don't know about DAC funding. They're here, going to go out of business, or they're here and they're never going to become the next conglomerate that employs tens of thousands of people because they don't have the capital to handle their growth. And this happens more than you would ever know. You go sit down with 100 business owners and you talk to them. Every one of them, the top issues they have is getting customers and getting capital to fuel the customers. That's it. Fuel growth, fuel expansion, fuel marketing, it's all money. And getting customers, those are the two most difficult things. And once you handle getting customers, then you still need the capital. In fact, you need more of it. And it doesn't exist except friends and families or home loans. And once those are gone, it doesn't exist. So hopefully you get this. You are a source to that company staying in business. You are a source to that company expanding. You are a source to that company one day becoming a conglomerate. And if you keep your mouth shut, you never know it. But one day that person's in a cemetery and that dream didn't become realized because they didn't have the capital to realize their business dream. And meanwhile, you were walking in and out of their store every day or driving by it every day and didn't do anything about it. That's what I think about because I know the heart of a business owner believes they can go change the world or they wouldn't start the business. So I do believe they can become Ford and Little Caesars and Domino's because those are all started within 20 minutes of where I live and many others. And I do believe that you have some in your backyard too. And I do believe the future ones I've already been helping. We've helped hundreds and hundreds, maybe even on thousands now of businesses. All of them are doing much better because of us. Okay, any questions about the comp plan or anything I've talked about? I've got the comp plan chart right here. Right here. I'll be happy to go through anything. Oh, upside down. I'd be happy to go through anything on here. And if not, I'm going to go into how to use this to grow your business. I'm going back up, okay? No questions. You bet, Ralph. I see your comment. Thank you. Okay, then I'm going to go through one thing quick. Maybe you'll have a question. I'm going to go through one thing real quick. 1 level, 2 level, 4 level. Can you see that okay? Yes, good. And then no clients yet. You don't have any clients yet. You still make 4% on your first client, right? You make 4% on your first client. I'm using red. I know you're never supposed to use red markers when you're talking about success because unconsciously people stop. Hogwash. I say red means your heart is pumping, okay? Because red's the only marker you can see. My black wore out. So we're going to change the way we look at it. 4%, if you have no customers, you get 4%, right? I'm going to show you how to use these 2-3 positions that you can earn quickly to drive the heck out of your pay. And don't forget, you get a 0.5% on anyone you personally enroll. Your front level agents, you get a 0.5% on, I put an arrow there. It's not an arrow, it's just a 0.5% personally enroll. Here's my eraser. Okay? But you only get this for your first 6 months into business. After that, you have to have at least one client, right? So this goes away unless you're here. Once you've gotten your first client, once you've gotten one, then you're promoted there. At that point, you start getting another thing called override. Okay? So this is personally enrolled. This is override. You get another 0.5%. So I'm going to put plus. Because on your first level, you get the 0.5% enroller pay and the 0.5% override now because you're at one customer. You get it on all your existing reps, new reps, all of them. Because you're at, once you've got one customer, you get that extra 0.5%. You also get that on your own clients. So you get 4% plus a half, which is what? 4 plus a half is 4.5. Right? That's why you get 4.5 on your own clients. So this is your clients here. This is your front level agents here. Okay? But that 0.5% goes through your group, doesn't it? Yeah. So if this is you, you recruit me, I recruit 3 people, I've not gotten a client yet, I'm at the no clients level, you're at the 1 level, you get a 0.5% on every agent I bring in on their first deal. This person down here does a deal quicker than anyone else. You may get a 0.5% on that through Infinity. This person down here didn't do a deal yet. This person here did. You get a 0.5% on that because you're the only one at the 1 level between you and them. So this goes down. It's called an open line, okay? So I'm going to go through the next two positions quick and show you how to use this to build the heck out of your paycheck. Okay, once you get the 2 level, so once you've gotten 2 customers, you're then promoted to here, but you have to have 2 first. Then you get another 1/4% open line override. So on your first level, you get the half, plus the half, plus the 1/4. You get 1 1/4 if you recruit someone new. So that becomes 4 3/4, doesn't it? Because you get 4 plus a half plus a 1/4 on your own clients. Because your override you get on your own clients. So you're getting 4% personal commission plus a half plus a 1/4. So when you get your commission statement, the way you'll get it, it'll say, and some of you already got one, it'll say, congratulations, you got a new client. They did $100,000 in funding. Here's your commission breakdown. It'll show personal commission 4%, $4,000, plus level 1 override, 0.5%, $500, plus second rank 1/4% override, $250, for a total of $4,750. So we break these out into 3 separate line items on your commission sheet so you can see how they total up to 4 3/4. We want you to learn the process of how this goes. But again, you're getting this on your team. When you have 4 clients, you get another bump, don't you? You get another 0.5% here. Override, which puts you to what? 5 1/4% total. How do you get 5 1/4? On your own clients, you made 4 on your own client, plus a half, plus a 1/4, plus a half. Once you're there, not getting there, but once you're there, you also get this 0.5%. So you had 5 1/4 on any new clients you get, right? So let's just stop there. There's other leadership positions. They're all amazing. But I want to give you a scenario on how to use this to drive your pay. Some of you are already here, some of you are here, some of you are here, and some of you are here. We're going to build this as if you're here. Just get to the 4 client rank. I want you to see the value of being there. Okay, so you're at the 4 rank, and you recruit, you've got a team, right? It doesn't matter what your team looks like, but you've got a team, and you've got 4 clients. So you made good money on those 4 clients, didn't you? Yeah, and every new client you get after this, you're gonna make a total of 5 1/4. When you add all these up, it'll be 5 1/4. On all your new clients, you're making 5 1/4%, man, bam, you're knocking out of the park, helping business owners, all that. But here you are, you have your team. In this team, there's someone right here at the 2 level. They've gotten 2 clients. In this team, there's someone at the 2 level. At this team, there's someone at the 1 level. And down here, there's someone at the 2 level. That means they've gotten 2 clients. And then there's 100 people down here. There's 100 people here. There's 30 people there. And this is a fairly new group. There's only 20 people here, and now you recruit someone new. Is that still on the screen? Yeah. You recruit someone new. So let me just give you an example. On every deal that comes in this group, you're getting paid, right? You get this some sort of this override because it's open line. There's no one at the 4 level. If they were at the 4 level, they'd be getting this on their team. You wouldn't be getting it. But because it's open line, these 100 people are doing deals. I don't know how many they're doing. Let's just say they do $500,000 in funding. Those 100 people combined, 10 deals. $500,000 in funding. The 2 level, everyone in this team is somewhere at these levels. So they're capturing all this. You're not getting any of this. But because you're the only one in their upline at the 4 level, you're the only one getting the 0.5%. Right? So you're getting a 0.5% of that $500K, which is $2,500. You'd be making on that $500K in funding. What if that was $2 million? That'd be 10 grand, right? So you're the only one getting the override. Most people are never going to get the 4 deals. They're not. That's why we have a big jump there. Most are never going to get there because most won't do what it takes. So that means there's going to be a lot of open line volume beneath you that you're going to get paid significantly on. It's going to be a lot of these are rolling up to you, right? So we want you to get to the 4 level. The 1 and 2 level is where most people are going to reach. 9 out of 10 people will only become a no customer 1 or 2. It's only going to be the top 5% who get to 4 and above. We know this. That's why we have overrides now, because we want you to work with these people. We want you to have an incentive to go down and help these 100 reps, and these 100 reps, and these 20 reps. You're going to make a 0.5% on it through Infinity. Why wouldn't you keep working with them, right? And supporting them and getting to know who they are and answering their questions and taking their calls because you get paid significantly on it, right? In this leg, everyone's at the 2 level. So somewhere in that leg, they're getting all this. I'm talking about in your depth. Of course, you always get 5 1/4 on your own clients. You get this on your personal enrolled agents, right? But on this team, you're still going to get a 0.5% as well. Let's say these 30 people, one of them did a $400,000 loan. And then another 3 only did deals. There's only 4 deals, but they total $600,000. That happens. You make a 0.5% of $600,000, there's another $3,000 you earned. Your 0.5% goes to infinity on this group. You got paid on all the volume. See, you own your company. You own your whole team once you get overrides. Okay? In this group, let's say this person's at a 4 level, just so you understand how this breakaway works. They're at a 4 level. Well, they're getting all these bonuses on their team. Now it's a closed line to you. You wouldn't get paid overrides on this group now. You'd only get paid through longevities, BV, and QV on this, right? So, because they're at the 4 level, they're getting the 1/2, the 1/4, and the 1/2 on this team, which you want them to do well. But they're helping you get promoted to the next level. In fact, in this case, you would be at the next level. So you would have got promoted to the next level, but I'm not going to go into that right now. So you wouldn't earn open line on that. It's closed out. It's now a closed line. They're making all those overrides. You still make the 0.5% on this person every deal they do because you enrolled them, but they're getting the 1/2, 1/4, 1/2 on their own deals and their team's deals, right? So it's a closed group, but again, they're helping you get promoted to the next level where you start earning on that group again. You're not closed forever. You're just closed for now. When you get the next rank, you'd be open again, boom, through them, okay? And I want to make sure I wrote the right numbers up here. Bear with me a moment. 1/2, 1/4, 1/2, 1/4, 1/2. Yeah, cool. All right. So, but now let's talk about you brought in a new person. You recruited a new person. This is David. And I'm like, man, I've been a business owner my whole life. I understand the value of business capital. I understand how you're helping clients, man. I want to help other people have clients. And you recruit David. You recruit David. David's getting after it. David's got new, more marketed business owners. David's talking to business owners all the time. I see the value in this. I'm going to go help a bunch of people. When I get started, I'm here, right? I make 4% of my own deals. But what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get up the ladder. I want to get to the 1, 2, 4 level. I want to get to the higher level because I know I make a bunch on my team and I make more on my own clients. So I'm trying to climb the ladder. You enrolled me. So do you get this 0.5%? Yes, you do. You're my enroller. Do you get this 0.5%? Yes, you do, because you're at the 1 level or higher. Do you get this 1/4%? Yes, you do, because you're at the 2 level or higher. Do you get this 0.5%? Yes, you do, because you're at the 4 level or higher. So anything I do, you're getting 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1, plus 1/4 is 1 1/4, plus 1/2 is 1 3/4. Any deal I do, you're making 1 3/4 on, while I'm making 4 points. So you're like, yeah, you got a new rep. But David's all talk. David's not doing it. So you introduce Lisa. Lisa, what do you make? The same thing, 1 3/4. You introduce Tim. What do you make on Tim? Same thing, 1 3/4. You're at the 4 level. If you're at the 2 level, take that off. You're making 1 1/4 on anyone you enroll. If you're at the 1 level, you're making 1 on anyone you enroll. Okay? But here's the cool thing. David doesn't do it, but David goes and recruits 3 people, and Laura Smith is one of them. Here's Laura, and Laura goes out and gets 2 deals her first month. And then she recruits someone who does 1 deal, who recruits 2 people who does 1 deal. And over here is Donnie Sullins, and Donnie Sullins does 15 deals. David didn't do them, but your team did. Along the way, you're getting 1 3/4%. The only 1/2 you didn't get is the person enroller on this group. You make it all on me, but anyone I recruit, I'm getting the enroller pay on, so you don't get that, but you get this plus this plus this. You're getting 1 1/4% through infinity on Laura's deals and her deals and her deals. So everyone, as I'm building out my team, you're going to average about 1% of their funding until they get to your rank. You kidding me? That's about 500 a deal on that whole team until they get to your rank. About 500 a deal. Because their average is 50,000. So every time you recruit a new person, you can make great money on them, but don't think about just them. Think about how you're helping David get his dreams. You're helping Lisa get her dreams. You're helping all the business owners who benefit from this. And you're making great overrides to work with this team. We call it taprooting. Work through your new legs. New legs, work through them. Work through your existing legs, the open volume. Where there's open volume, no one's at the same rank as you. Work deep in their teams. Work deep in their teams, and how do you know if they're open or not? If you recruit someone new, you know it's all open volume, right? But if you're only at the no customer level, you don't get any of this. You only get the 0.5% on people you enroll. So when you go get clients, what you don't realize is you're getting a raise not just on your own clients, but your entire team. You're positioning yourself to get infinity pay. So each client is worth so much more than the personal commission. Do you get that? Each client you get right now, I'll give you an example. I know someone at the 2 level who's got someone at the 1 level who's recruiting a bunch of people right now. Well, right now they get that 0.25% override on that person. They're at the 1 level. So I'm gonna draw this out real quick so you can see how this is and you can see the value each customer you get. Bear with me 1 second and then we'll take questions when we're done. I don't want to do this for an hour. I went through the detail last time. If you didn't watch the beginning of this training, when I'm done here and it posts, watch it. The first 10 minutes is going to matter more than anything because most of you need the first 10 minutes. Okay? So here's someone at the 2 level. They have someone at the 1 level, and this person's now on a recruiting storm. Every person they get, and this person has other people over here that are at the no customer yet level, and some people down there at the 1 level and 1 level. So just what a group looks like. If this person gets to the 2 level, this person will no longer get overrides on that whole group, who's a recruiting superstar. They won't get override anymore. So we always say stay ahead of your team. So if this person goes out and gets to the 4 client mark, they stayed ahead of this team. Even when this one gets to 2 and closes them out, they're at the 4 now. So because they're at the 4 now, they would still get this 0.5% on this group to infinity. But if this person gets to the 4 before they get to the 500K mark, which is the next position, they would close them out. So you always want to stay 1 step ahead of your top performer. So each client you get right now, that person who's at the 2 level, while their downline's at the 1 level, so I'm going to draw this out again. The person at the 2 level, while the team's at the 1 level, they're not worried about losing this group because they're not putting a bunch of numbers up. But this group is, and they don't want to be closed out of this. They're glad to have it. They're going to make money in longevity on it, BV and QV. But what they want to do is get to the 4 level before this person gets to the 2 level. So they'll automatically get overrides on that group permanently. Right? So each client this person gets is worth whatever bonuses they're going to earn on this group too. It's not just worth the 4 3/4% that she's earning. Every client she gets right now, 50,000 average customer at 4 3/4% is 2,000 plus 2,300, just say $2,400. Each client she gets, good for her. 2 more clients, 2,400 each. Average, she made 4,800 by getting those 2 clients, good for her. But what she really got is she got positioned to get this extra 0.5% on this group, which may produce $1 million in funding. At a 0.5% is another $5 grand. It may produce $1 million a month in funding. At another 0.5% is $5 grand a month. So it's not just what you get on your clients, it's what you also position yourself to earn through infinity on your group. That's why producers make so much more money here than non-producers. We had to develop a plan that say, we'll give you a piece of your entire team under anyone who's not producing as much as you. If they're producing as much as you, they're going to get it, and you're going to get paid it in longevity, and they're going to help you climb the ladder to the next ranks where you start getting it through infinity again. So let me show you that example just so you know how that happens. Let's say you're at the 4 level and this person becomes the 4 level. You're closed out on this group, right? This group you still make all the overrides, but on this group you'd be closed out. But if they promoted you to the next level, which is when you have 4 clients, when you have 10 group clients, and 500K in funding, you'd get to the next rank, which we call the 500K rank. Well, then you get another 0.25% through infinity on your group. So you'd be making it now on this group again because they're not at the 500K level. They're only at this level. Now you'd be getting that 0.25% on this group through infinity. So you want to keep climbing the company ladder. And the good news is here, check this out. Even when this person reaches the 500K rank, we do something different, don't we? We introduce a new bonus. It's called the 2nd generation override. Even when this person becomes a 500K and you're at the 500K, even when they close you out, they start capturing all this now because they're at the 500K. They get all these bonuses on their team. You're cut out. Nope, we come up with a 2nd generation 0.25% where we're going to pay you a 2nd generation. On this group, you're still getting a 1/4 as they're getting a 1/4. And we do that at all 3 of our leadership levels because we want you to help people get to your level. So now on their whole team, you're getting a 0.25% through infinity down until the next 500K breaks. Then you get broken out. But I'm sure they've pushed you to the next level, which means you now get a new percentage on your whole team, including them. So as long as you stay in front of your team, you're getting paid on your entire team. And if everyone's at the same rank as you can always recruit new people and earn all of these bonuses. Let's take questions. Being able to get promoted and get ahead of your team ranks is huge. Most companies lock you in at the level you were at when you recruited someone and you miss out on override forever. Good point. Okay, if you have any questions about this, ask it. Now imagine you're up here and you're making 3% on anyone you recruit and 2.5% on their team through infinity until they do a lot of production. And even as they're doing a lot of production, they're only cutting you out of some of it. You're still making 1.25% through infinity until they get to this level. And then you're still making 1% through infinity until you get to this level. And then you're still making 0.5% until they get to that level. And even when they do, you're still making 0.25% on them through infinity. So we've got it set up. We know how the businesses grow. You're not going to be cut out of pay until someone's got $2 million in funding, and then they have someone at $2 million in funding. So you're making 10 grand a month on that group minimum before you get cut out, and you're still going to make that 10 grand a month minimum, or you're not. Or they won't stay at that rank. So you're making 10 grand a month per leg before you get cut out. Minimum. It's not possible to make less than that before you're cut out. 10 grand a month per leg. So if you have 5 legs and they all cut you out, you're making 50 grand a month. That's rough. And if they stop producing, they no longer cut you out, so now you're making more on them and you actually make more money. So help get to the top and then help a bunch of people get to the top. That's my plan. I'm looking for who wants to go to the top, and I know it's your plan too. Any questions about anything? Okay, go through and watch this again. Appreciate you all. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Be thankful. I'm thankful for all of you. Hopefully you got my email yesterday. I truly am thankful. I wrote that myself, signed it myself, because I want you to know from my heart, truly, I'm thankful for all of you. Hopefully you're thankful for the opportunity you have in your hands, because we've removed everything that we think is wrong with the industry. And we've only put things in that are amazing about it. And we're looking at even enhancing things even more. And yeah, we'll catch up on all the Agent Resource Center, and we'll catch up on the website. Right now we know it's the old one. Hey, I love telling people, go to that site, check it out. But when you see the personal commission, it's double that now. So don't pay attention to the commission, except it was already amazing, now it's double. It's still good now, right? It's real simple. But yeah, we're working on new videos, and we're getting in our office. The studio's going to be set up there, and we're going to shoot new videos immediately and get them all posted. But it's probably a week before those are there. Okay? We did a webinar last week that's recorded. You can use all you want. Send it out. The link's there. Send it, send it, send it, send it, send it. It's team build time. Team build time. But also getting client time. You want to climb this client ladder. And if you're one of the people who goes, you know what, I just like building a team. I don't want to have to go get clients. We are not for you. You won't make any money here. You won't. You'll make a little bit through longevity on your team, but you're not going to make walk away income where you get to escape or get your reason why here. You got to be willing to get clients, or we're not for you. And I'm being clear with that all the way along. It was designed with that in mind. Examples will make a lot of money. Posers will not. Examples who go talk to business clients and help the business community with funding will make great money. Those who aren't willing to won't. There's no two ways around that. Our pay plan was designed that way. Personal freedom, yes. Personal responsibility or income, yes. And we're not for everybody, and we know that. This is designed for those who want to help business owners and who can get behind. Like the video, like this training started, watch the first 10 minutes, you'll know exactly what I mean. I'm not going to go through it all again. Thank you all. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your weekend.